Hello, and welcome to another Dokkan battle video. So I just want to make this clear from the jump that I do not agree that Vegito Blue is underpowered and sucks. I'm just gonna hop in, that way you guys can actually like see gameplay while I babble on about how infuriating the agenda is, that Vegito Blue sucks and he needs a buff and all this kind of nonsense, right? Because frankly, I don't agree. Now, there's a lot of things that I understand that people have issues with when it comes to Vegito Blue, mainly being things like they think his damage is a little weak before they transform, or that his transformation condition sucks. And I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh, his transformation condition is amazing, but right, keep in mind one big thing about this character is if the blue duo were the best defensive unit in the entire game, it would be a struggle to get Vegito Blue out before their intro ran off. Now you could say, oh, maybe let their intro extend into that 5th turn, that way they still at least have that up so that you can push into... That's actually perfectly fine, we eat that, because we're now going to be in the range to transform once we do actually hit that 5th turn. Now I don't think the one that's floating is actually going to be able to, because they need to, it's like their 5th turn and not like just turn 5. It's kind of weirdly worded. So what ends up happening is they're not gonna transform on turn 5 like the one that floated. They're probably gonna transform like turn 7 or something. Now I do think that their secondary passive, the transform, where it's like turn 7 against a future category ally, or with a future category ally or enemy, that should proc regardless. And I did notice something. Vector made this point, right? If you float them off on both times that they show up, right, you'll be able to transform immediately without ever losing their guard. So that is definitely a thing that you can do that would make them significantly stronger, at least for that initial few turns. Because like, if your main worry is, oh, they're gonna take a bunch of damage early on, that is just completely alleviating that issue. Because not one, they're gonna have their guard, they're gonna be able to super attack before they attack. They're gonna get a couple of offensive stacks in, up to 3, based on how many additional supers that you get, and then they're gonna get floated off. They're not gonna take any damage because they're guarding, right? And then they're gonna come back. They're gonna still be guarding. You can do it again, and then when they come back again, you'll just be able to instantly pop the Vegito Blue, because it's gonna be that turn 7 mark. It's gonna be past their 5th turn. It's gonna be turn 7. It should be anyway, because if you get them turn 1 and you float them off, they come back turn 4, and then you float them off, they come back turn 7, right? So that's how kind of that part of their passive works. So you're able to kind of mess around with them, and I feel like it definitely gives you that little bit of a tactical advantage in terms of this is gonna potentially hurt. Yeah, that sucks. I might... Do I use the revive? How much health do we have? I don't think I need to, because we're gonna have what, Golden Frieza, Bulma, and Vegito Blue for the first turn. I don't think I need to use the revive here. I'm definitely not going to. If it kills me that I didn't, that's fine. We'll just reset. But we should be perfectly fine here. Keep in mind, again, they're gonna look a little bit better this fight, because Goku Black is indeed a Realm of Gods category enemy, so they're gonna get that additional 50% attack and defense, as well as super effective against all types for the entire fight until they transform into Vegito Blue. So they're gonna be completely fine here. I do believe that when we float off the ones that just came back, or that just showed up, since it is turn 3, they're gonna come back roughly around like turn 6. I don't know if they're gonna be able to transform or not, but they should at the very least still have their guard up. So I'm not entirely worried there, but we will now have at least 100% chance to dodge. I probably could have kept... No, I think I would have died if I kept Gogeta, because he would have eaten the super attack and then exploded. What do we do here? Probably Golden Frieza's active skill. Does literally nothing, might as well. I think it really depends on who eats the super attack. Bulma would die. Again, I just have a 55% in Bulma, so she's not like insanely strong defensively right now. Do I just get these orbs just to heal a little bit? Yeah, they should be fine. Oh, and then what we can do next turn is we're gonna have like Gogeta Blue, Vegito Blue, and then the revive up. So we can pop that and just absolutely cook Rose, and then revive, and then we should be more than okay. Again, it really is gonna depend on who Goku Black decides to super. Like, if he decides to super Bulma, then we're gonna die, and it's gonna be Bulma's fault, if anything. But like, one thing about Vegito Blue that I think is severely underrated is how broken his leader skill is. He has such an insane roster, and then also being able to add in every single superclass ally in the entire game is kind of ridiculous if you really think about it. Because, again, it allows us to bring Bulma on here even though she's not on the leader skill, and she's so good that it really doesn't matter that she's not on the 200% lead, or even on the 170. Like, 150 is more than enough for her to be majorly okay. Remember, she builds up the damage reduction, she gets the guaranteed double super, she's supporting it. She's kind of ridiculous. So her being able to just sit here with her guard and her building up damage reduction allows her to just kind of cook pretty easily. Golden Frieza has 70% damage reduction right now, so I doubt he dies to the super attack. He might take a little bit of damage, but I don't think he's gonna die. Or he can just not super. Ooh, we take those. So now we get to cook, right? The effortless no item run here. Now we just we get the shenanigans. I'm actually gonna turn on all of this just so we can actually see it and hear it. But again, as I've been mentioning over and over again, this unit's just too good. So I'm gonna let these animations play, and then I'll be right back. Alright, so a big thing about Vegito Blue, also keep in mind, look at him here. He has full ki before we even picked up anything. Since we did that active skill in slot 2, that will proc his it was guaranteed super and then the 30% chance to do another super. That procs that immediately. And then when we put him in slot 1, he's going to be able to proc that slot 1 additional super. And then since we use the active skill, he's getting the active skill proc super. So on this turn, Vegito Blue has a 100% chance to dodge and is going to do probably 6 super attacks. He can, some of them might be normals, but he's going to do at least 6 attacks. And then once he's done, Gogeta Blue's going to attack and he's going to do like 4 with a 100% chance to dodge. But this unit's bad, by the way, right? This unit sucks. This unit sucks. Like, this unit doesn't do any damage, right? Like, that's what we're thinking about here. This unit, it sucks to transform. He's really bad. No item runs are not free and easy with this guy, though. Like, he's terrible. He's just awful. Like, look at him. Like, this is stupid. Who wants this card, right? This is just dumb. 13 million attack stat. Like, this is not impressive. I am not impressed whatsoever, actually. He sucks. He sucks completely. Oh, what's that? This gives all allies 50% defense, even though we don't need it because we have a full rotation that we're completely fine in. He sucks. He sucks. This guy sucks. Fraud. What a fraud. Just trash. Never using this guy. He's terrible. Genuinely, I don't know what people are talking about. Genuinely, I don't get it. Just look at your screen. Look at your screen. He's just still going. He's just amazing. He's my favorite card in the entire game, and he is #1 in my heart. Maybe not as a unit overall, because you got to factor in the blue form of the blue duo, but Vegito Blue himself, he's #1 in my heart. He's just too good, man. I am going, out of spite, to take him in every hard event in the game, no item him on camera, just to prove my agenda that he does not need a buff. Am I on the train to buff Corrupted Merge Zamasu to actually make him named Corrupted Merge Zamasu? Yes. But Vegito Blue, I think he's fine. Anyway, that's it for this video. Let me know how you feel about him in the comments down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys all in the next one.